Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm a little late making this video because Georgia Transparency just got arrested, and that just gave me the warm and fuzzies on the inside because I hate that guy. So this is going to be one of those bear with me sovereign citizen videos. It's going to take a lot, but she's eventually going to start dropping the, oh, I'm not driving, I'm traveling nonsense, and the officers are having none of it. But it takes a while, so I'm probably going to have to gut this video to get it even almost watchable. So again, bear with me, but enjoy the video. Alright guys, we're skipping through this. So she failed to come to a complete stop. She didn't want to roll down her window, didn't want to ID, so they asked her to step out, and now we're here.
Come over. Listen, the reason why we're stopping you is because you failed to come to a complete stop over there at 3rd and Douglas.
Are you serious?
Yes, all 4 tires need to come to a complete stop. Okay?
Right.
You have a driver's license?
Yes, I do.
Okay. You want to give my partner your information?
Ma'am, you stay here. We can get it for you.
He said, give
No,
me
he said, do you want to give my partner
He can't go in my
information?
car.
Ma'am. Hello.
Like, that's ridiculous. What the hell is the problem?
Let's go back over
I
there.
get what you're saying, but come on now.
He's
you know
not
this
in
is
the
ridiculous.
car.
This is
We
ridiculous.
can stand, listen, we can stand here and look inside of the car. Anything we see there is plain view. Plain view doctrine. You can look it up. We came to.
So does the doors have to be
stop.
open then? If you could just look in the car, you can see it through the window, then go through the point of the doors open.
Go close my car door.
You can stay there. You can stay there. You can stay there.
Yo, ma'am, relax.
What are
Just
you
stay
doing?
right here.
Like, come on, man.
Listen, stay here. You guys are doing way too much. We're not.
We're doing way too much. You pulled me over for practically no reason. I
They pulled
stopped
you
at the
over
stop
for the dark
sign.
tent, and they pulled you over for the stop sign. Okay?
Okay.
The reason, if you want to stand right here, I'll explain everything to you. But as of right now, you guys are making this very difficult. All right? Can you get off your phone and listen to me?
I'm going to record for my
Okay.
safety.
Yeah, you feel free. Feel free to record.
Okay.
All right. So, he's asking that you roll the windows down because we have no idea who's in the car. We have no idea what dangers are inside of the car. So it's for officer safety reasons, okay? That's why he asked you to do that. If you say, no, I don't want to, then the partner can open the door to ensure that everything is safe.
You're not. That's against my rights. I know you can't do that.
Okay, ma'am. What's your name?
Am I under arrest?
You can be.
It's a traffic stop.
Am I under arrest?
Do you want to identify yourself?
Am I under arrest?
It's a traffic stop, so therefore you have to identify
What are you
yourself. If you
stopping me
don't, you
for?
will
What
be
did I
under
do?
arrest. Your dark
Is
tent?
that against the law?
Yes, ma'am.
My dark
Florida
tents are
state
against the law.
statute. It's a traffic law. Yes,
And they're
ma'am.
not even that dark.
Okay. Can you get the tent meter? And then you also ran the stop sign. All right? We're really not trying to make this a big deal. We really aren't. You took it there. You escalated it. Now we're still trying to de-escalate it. I'm asking you for your info so that we can go about the
But I
traffic.
don't choose to identify myself.
Okay. Then I'm going to have to place you under arrest in front of your daughter, and I don't want to have to do that.
For what?
And then
What's
we're
the
going to have to
charges?
notify
Dark tents?
for fail to
That's
identify.
not a
You're
reason
obstructing our
to
investigation.
arrest anybody.
You're obstructing our investigation. Let's not do
What
this in front of...
investigation? What am I under
It's a traffic
investigation
stop,
for?
man.
But what did I do wrong? You have to have an
We just
actual
ran a stop
emergency,
sign.
or you have to suspect an emergency. There was no emergency, and you guys know that.
You're wrong.
You're
So
wrong.
you're saying the only time we can pull a car over is only for an emergency?
Yes.
Alright, so I don't get to say this very often because normally sovereign citizens just all mumble about the same word salad, SovCit script. But in this case, I've never exactly heard it put this way before, and it makes me think that she's mentally disabled. Like, I've never heard a sovereign citizen say such a dumb thing. Like, let's just boil this down to the most ridiculous, as usual. So unless an officer sees someone commit murder, they're not allowed to pull them over. Then what's the point of traffic laws? What's the point of stop signs? What's the point of speed limits? It's really that simple. That's what it boils down to. And for everybody who wants to know, oh, why are you in the corner the entire video? It's so I don't have to break in as much.
That's literally what you guys
You're
are for.
incorrect.
If you don't have, I didn't get, if I'm not suspect for a crime, you don't have a right to pull me
I'm
over.
going to ask you in 3 seconds, can you identify yourself if you
I'm
don't?
not, because
All right,
that's,
cool. Turn over. Hands behind your back. You're under arrest. Hold it.
Can I at least call somebody for
No,
my daughter?
nah, you want to do all of this? No. We're going to call DCF, and DCF is going to...
And you know I'm gonna take you all to court, right?
Okay, everything is being recorded on body camera, okay?
Yeah, get my phone. Can you give her my phone so she can call? That's horrible. I cannot believe you guys are doing
We
this.
can't believe we have to do this.
Why would you have to do this? I have done nothing wrong and you know that. There's no crime. I can see you arresting me for a crime. I have not committed one crime.
Okay, man.
Oh my God. This is completely tyrannical.
Ma'am, come over here, please.
Can I get my mother's phone so I can call my family members? Because you're trying to arrest my mother.
Yeah, she's done. We're not trying. She is arrested.
Okay, well, then I have a right to call someone to come and pick me up, right?
Yeah, we'll make sure you're in good hands.
Okay, so I'm going to go and call my sister and my brother and my father so he can come and pick me up. So can I go ahead and call get my mother's phone?
I have your mom's phone.
So,
Okay? Just
can
hang
I-
tight. Yeah, just hang tight.
I know her password.
Hang tight, ma'am. Okay? I know you're trying to act like an adult, but you're not. You're still a kid. All right? So act like a child and be respectful, okay?
Yeah,
I don't know what
but-
your mom has taught you, but she
Okay.
hasn't taught you respect. Okay?
Sir,
So
I'm
just
not
relax.
trying to be disrespectful, and I apologize if you get that from me, but
It's too late to apologize.
okay, well then I take my apology back if that's what you want. But I would like to call my father. Sir, I want to call my father.
Yep. You will
Okay.
We're going to walk upstairs.
Yeah,
When you walk with me, you're under arrest.
I don't
Walk
want to
with me.
leave my daughter by herself.
Ma'am, you should have given me your info. Now it's out of your hands. Okay? So do you want to give me your info and
Yes,
then we
I'll give you
okay.
my info.
But you understand what you're doing is wrong, correct?
No, I don't.
Okay. All right, walk. Walk with me. Keep walking.
This is so wrong. What's your name? I need
Thomas.
your name
I'm
and
Detective
badge.
Thomas. We're all detectives.
Okay. And you still haven't told me what I've been arrested for.
I just told you.
What
Failure to
am I being
identify,
arrested
ma'am.
for? Failure to identify is not
ma'am.
a crime.
Okay.
All right, so I'm trying to get through this take, talking really quick, so I had to redo it. The Supreme Court ruled many, many moons ago that the states can require you to have a driver's license to drive. So, yeah, that's actually a crime. Not IDing while you're at a legal traffic stop, yeah, that's actually a crime. Even by sovereign citizen standards, when they're like, oh, traffic laws aren't a thing, drunk driving isn't a thing, this is actually a crime. So, even by SovCit standards, this bitch is wrong.
Obstructing my investigation.
What investigation? Into what? What did I do wrong
Have a
to
seat,
be
I'll explain to you in a
investigated?
minute again. No weapons or anything on you? Are those shorts underneath? Okay.
I believe you have me leaving my 10-year-old daughter with these
I don't
people.
have-
They are complete strangers.
Have a seat.
Like, this is so wrong.
You understand, us as adults, we have responsibilities and
Yes, we do.
Okay.
And you know your
and
job.
you
You know your job just like I do. Trust me.
put your feet inside, man. Okay, so I'm gonna explain it to you from the beginning, okay? We were there. I'm quite sure you saw us. Alright? You were coming southbound on Douglas, okay? When you came up to 3rd and Douglas, you didn't make a complete stop at the stop sign. While you were passing us, we saw that you had dark tint on your vehicle, okay? Those are 2 traffic infractions that we have every right to pull you over for, okay? So, we do a traffic stop. You come to a stop here. My partner comes up to the car. Before he passes, as any good officer would, he asks you to let the back window down because it's dark and we can't see inside, okay? There's many instances where when officers walk up to cars, people shoot at an officer, shoot and kill him, okay? It does happen, all right? So my fellow detective, he asked you to do that. You say you didn't want to. So we ask you to get out of the car, which we have every right to. Okay? Also, it goes back to officer safety. We have no idea what's in the car. So you get out of the car, and I asked you to identify yourself. I explained the 2 infractions that we had to stop you, and you told me essentially that it's not an emergency, and therefore it's no investigation going on. Okay? So that, ma'am, is incorrect. It's a traffic stop. It's a lawful investigation. This is all being recorded on my body-worn camera, so therefore this is why you're in handcuffs. The reason you're in handcuffs is because you said you are not identifying yourself. And I explained to you, I said, if you don't identify yourself, you will be arrested. And you said, well, I'm not giving you my information. Okay? So from this point, so I placed you in handcuffs, and as of right now, you are under arrest, okay? So It's fail to identify or obstruction. Whichever route you want to go, that's the name of the charge, okay? So your daughter is here. Unfortunately, now DCF is going to have to get involved because you chose to do all of this stuff in front of your daughter, which is something that's not even necessary.
Alright guys, this is where I'm going to cut in, tell you to get your popcorn, refill your drinks, grab your snow caps or your candy of choice, because this is where she's going to let the sovereign citizen slip out.
This is where the fun begins.
Okay? So, do you wish to identify yourself now? If not, we're going to take you to the palm. If we can't identify who you are, if the vehicle's not registered to you,
I'll identify myself, but under duress. So I'll identify myself because I don't want to leave my daughter here.
Okay, what do you mean by under duress?
Meaning I'm being forced to do this. So I'm going to identify myself.
This is a traffic stop. Have you been pulled over before? Have you been pulled over before?
I'm going to identify myself.
Have you been pulled over before?
Because I don't want to leave my daughter here by herself. So I'm going to go ahead and identify myself. If you're calling DCF on my child, why would I have to identify myself? That's not true. She definitely had on. She had on her seatbelt.
My body camera was on. We can review it if you want.
Exactly.
Okay.
What'd you say?
Come on, man. Like this is.
What did you say?
Man. I said I don't want to leave her here. And why are you guys calling DCF if I'm telling you I'm identifying myself? If she's not being left here by herself, then am I being arrested?
Yes, ma'am. You are. That's why you're in handcuffs. That's why you're in the back of a car. That's why you're separated from your daughter. So if I'm being arrested
anyway, why would I identify myself?
Because you have to. If you don't, then you're just going to go to the Palm Beach County jail under Jane Doe, and you're going to stand there until you tell them your name. I don't get it. Do you have a warrant or something?
No, I don't. I don't get it. I feel like because this is harassment.
How is this harassment? We have no idea who you are. Do you understand what harassment is?
Just like I don't know who you are either.
That's my point.
But I have rights. Just because you're a police officer does not mean you can just do whatever you want to do. And I know I didn't commit a crime.
Man, I don't understand how. Like, how can I explain this to you any better?
Listen, I can understand if. See, I'm not a dummy. You understand? I studied law myself.
You're just misinformed.
No, I'm not misinformed.
You are, ma'am. I'm not lying to you. My body camera is recording.
I get it.
I'm trying to educate you.
This happens a lot, but I'm not trying to give you a problem, but I know I wasn't being a problem, and for you guys to be doing all this.
You committed 2 infractions, okay? Therefore, we conduct a traffic stop on a vehicle. When we conduct the traffic stop, driving is a privilege, okay? The driver is forced.
I'm not driving. I'm traveling. So that's another issue.
Oh, okay. 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 Sit back.
Alea, tell Nana to come and get my car, please.
The car is being towed.
Why would my car be towed? For what?
I actually love, and I wish more officers would do this. They didn't go back and forth with her once they found out, oh, you're a sovereign citizen. Once she pulled the, oh, I've been studying on my own. Oh, I'm doing this under duress. Oh, okay, yeah. I wasn't driving. I was traveling. As soon as that hit, they're like, nah, you're under arrest. We're towing your car, and slam the door.
It works out that you're here because we'll be able to hand your sister over to you. Unfortunately, your mom failed to identify herself in a lawful traffic stop and refused to over and over again, and she's subsequently arrested for failing to identify herself. So that's where we're at.
For what? I'm sorry.
Failing to identify yourself, you know. When we pull someone over, the person does not have the legal and lawful rights. How?
I'm so sorry.
So hold on a second. You didn't know that we have to identify the driver of a vehicle that's driving a car?
I heard or whatever,
Uh-huh.
but I never heard of somebody just getting arrested because they...
Well, what happens if they say no? Do we just let them go for not give them a ticket?
Warned?
No.
Or whatever?
Who are we warning?
That's
Who are we warning?
Like, basically, if you have any suspicions or anything like that.
Nope. I don't know who taught you that, but whoever taught you that just got your mom arrested.
I don't know, whatever, but she studies law.
Okay, well...
She knows more than me.
Well, she's going to jail.
Okay.
Just hang tight. Over here. We're not done yet. We'll hand her off to you. Do you have a driver's license on you?
Yes, I do. Okay. I could, Can I also call... Well...
Do you have your driver's license on you?
Yeah, I do. I know. She's upstreet. Hello?
Okay, I know I'm cutting in very quickly. I just wanted to explain why the next bit starts in a goofy way that it does. I just cut out about 2 minutes of content. Nothing bad, but it was basically just the kid asking the cop a bunch of questions. Nobody really wants to see that. They were explaining her what CPS was, and because she's a SovCit's kid, she's just like, oh, that doesn't apply to me. Nope, you guys are wrong, blah, blah, blah. And I don't want to shit on a little kid who's been indoctrinated by a sovereign citizen, so I skipped that bit. But she starts throwing some wannabe legal knowledge around, and that's where it starts.
I'm trying to find her name.
Are you going through my mother's stuff?
I am.
You have a warrant for that?
No, I don't need a warrant, ma'am. I'm inventorying the car so that I can ensure that nothing is stolen out of the car.
Oh, well, I'm not saying it's stolen. Like, we just
No, the car is being towed. So I'm making sure that nothing goes missing so that when your mom gets out of jail, everything is still here. That's what I'm doing. It's an inventory. It's not a search.
Okay.
Understood?
License no bueno, and there's a seize tag order.
There's a seize tag order
For the RO, and she's RO. License no good, and there's a seize tag order.
Is it her? Does it look like her? Yes? Yeah.
Plus that you guys have a sergeant come out.
Okay.
I
You can do that.
Like this is being handled right, and my daughter's still being left alone, and she has her.
Did you identify yourself?
I tried to, but he said I was being arrested.
No, you're still being arrested, but listen. So now we run into the problem that we can't hand your daughter over to someone in your, hold on, let me finish, to someone in your family, because we can't identify if these people are family members because we don't know who you are. So it's our responsibility. So now we have to identify you, we have to identify your daughter, and we have to identify the person that we're going to hand your daughter over to, because that's all got to be put in a police report. Because if we just hand your daughter or someone that you tell us is your daughter.
Okay, I'll identify myself because I want my daughter to be. She's never been through anything like this before.
Well, she was very rude for never being through anything. She was very rude, very, very rude.
Your daughter probably would too. If you
No.
treat it like this,
No.
I guarantee you.
No.
would. But like I said, I want to identify myself so that she can get into my daughter.
Okay.
Because I feel like
Do you have a driver's license inside the vehicle?
No.
No. Okay, give me a minute. I'll get some paper. Right here, stuff down.
Alright, ma'am. So, we ran the tag. The vehicle is coming back with a seize tag order, okay? So, I'm taking the tag. There's a seize tag order.
What is that?
It's basically when it's telling law enforcement, pull you over and take the tag.
Why?
If the driver is the owner. So, you're the driver. So, we have a seize tag order. We're taking the tag. The vehicle is being towed, okay? Do you want me to give are those your purses inside the car?
Right. But why is what is that for?
Listen to me. Do you want me to give your purse, the house keys, or whatever?
Yes, I do.
To who?
It doesn't matter, either one of them.
Anybody over here?
Whichever one of the two that came up here.
Okay, so this may be not new knowledge for some and new knowledge for others. So how you get a seize tag order on your vehicle, on your car, on your motor vehicle, on your houseboat that floats down the highways of America, whatever you want to call it. You have unpaid tickets, tolls, or fines. Everybody should know that. This is my favorite, which normally this is how sovereign citizens get boned, is getting caught driving on a suspended or revoked license, your vehicle being unregistered or uninsured, the car's involved in some sort of criminal investigation, fraudulent registration, fraudulent inspection stickers, which could be with their private plates and whatnot, but that is how you get that.
Okay. What's their names?
Nylesia.
Okay. Do you want me to give them all the keys other than the car key?
Well, why are you taking the...
Because it's a seize tag order.
What is that? You're not explaining to me what it is. Like,
seize tag order is a order from the government, from the state, that we are supposed to seize your tag and tow the vehicle. So therefore, your license is also suspended. It's been suspended many times in the past. Okay, so like when that happens, some way somehow, the state comes out with that order and they tell law enforcement to seize the tag. Therefore, it's kind of like so they can have you stop driving so that you can go to them and rectify whatever the issue is. Okay?
That is crazy.
Okay. So the person stuff, you want me to let them get whatever they want to get out of the car? Or just the purses?
Yeah, just tell them to take everything out of the car and yeah.
Also your husband, he's on his, or her father is on his way. Okay?
Did she identify herself? So you're not giving your name and information? Because DCF's going to figure it out.
Okay, that's fine.
Are you sure that's fine? You want her to go with DCF?
No, I'm talking about. You asked about her name?
Yes.
What's the name?
Funny. Why is it so funny? Why is this funny? Your mom's going to jail right now. Why is this funny? None of this is comedy.
Alright, so as of right now, your mom, she's under arrest for felon to identify, so obstructing our traffic stop. Alright, also driving while license suspended, so felony driving while license suspended. Okay. It's also a seized tag order, that's why we took the tag, because her license is not suspended. I mean, it is suspended, it's not valid. Okay, so as of right now, that's what she's going to jail for.
And that forces us to tow the vehicle because there's no tag on it.
Yes.
Okay.
A judge said that we have to take the tag.
And then, unfortunately, due to this happening in the presence of a minor and arrest, we have to forward this to DCF, okay? So DCF will be notified, and yeah. Did any of my partners get the address for her? Okay, no problem. And yeah, me too. And I mean, hey, this could have just been a citation, and they could have been on their way, and they could have been released from here, and we would have just towed the car due to the seized tag order. However, the mom chose to. Okay. We are concerned about the child too. That's why we have to do this. We have to follow the procedure. Well, no, we don't want to, man. That's why we're still here on scene.
Alright guys, so that's the end of the video. So failure to identify, obstructing, and driving while license suspended. Shocker, a sovereign citizen who doesn't have a valid driver's license. I'm not shocked by this. The kid, unfortunately, yeah, CPS had to be notified because her mom was a dumb shit and got arrested in front of her. The things that make me think that this was probably like hey, this chick drives in this area and has a suspended license, we should probably get her, is the fact that at the very beginning they said, yeah, we're all detectives, actually. You normally don't send the detective squad out to do traffic, but yeah. Sovereign citizen's gonna sovereign citizen, I guess. I found this because Jennifer texted it to me. This is from Police Watch. I'll leave the link in the description. Like I said, their video was like 22 minutes. I cut out a shit ton just to save time. But yeah, their link will be in the description. As always, go give them a like and subscribe. Tell them I sent you. Have a good rest of your day, guys. Peace.